Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Woodblock Wonders. These are videos where I take woodblock stamps that I've had most of these in my stash for many years, and I create with them and share them. Now, these are not stamps that you can find on the current stamp market. These are things that I've collected long ago. Like, for example, this one is from 1993. And this is an Annette Watkins, who is one of my favorite designers, one of my favorite stamp designers. So I have a lot of her stamps in my woodblock stamp stash. And this is a series of videos that I do where I take items that I have in my craft stash and I try to use them, because woodblock stamps kind of went out of favor for a long time, but they are still some of my favorite stamps. There is just something fun about having these little beauties tucked on the shelves of my craft room where I can pull them out and use them whenever I want. A lot of my stamp stash is Christmas stamps, because I'm primarily a Christmas tag maker and I make gifts of Christmas tags for people. I do have other things. I have a lot of garden themed stamps and snowmen, different things that really appeal to me, but I especially love the art that comes with these stamps. So today's episode is going to feature this Annette Watkins stamp from 1993. And yeah, this one doesn't have a company on it, so I can't really help you with that. Most of my stamps were also obtained at the thrift store. My husband, when he was alive, and I used to go antiquing and thrifting all the time. And I just love finding things, you know, for a quarter, a dime back in the day. That might be dating myself a little bit. But this one's a 1998 Stampin' Up. I have no idea what set it's from. I just have this one stamp. Yeah, it doesn't have the set name on them. But anyway, this is one of my favorite gingerbreads from Annette Watkins. And then along with these two, I also use this stamp, which I've had, and it's a little bit grunged up. But this is a stocking that I fell in love with. This one was, let's see. Originally, it was from a company called Stamper's Corner, if you can see that. But if it helps at all, it is a Judith stamp. So this is a Stamps by Judith. She is still in business, and this image may very well be available in her shop. If it is, I will link it down below. But it is one of my favorite ones. I especially love to paper piece the hearts, and you can paper piece the top also. It's just so you know, I do hand cut it, and there's these little black lines that stick out. You could certainly cut those off. It wouldn't matter. But sometimes I even cut around them just to leave them on the stamp when I'm hand cutting it out. But I don't mind fussy cutting. So, but another option is to just cut those off if you want a fussy cut, and then only the lines that are on the inside of the sock would remain. So just a little hint there. And then when I fussy cut this, I cut the bow and then I gently cut around this, but I don't get too crazy with it. So, you know, for those of you that don't like hand cutting, you could just direct stamp this onto a panel and then cut a slit here and slip the gingerbread in. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So those are the stamps that I'm using for what I'm going to show you today. And then I also used my beloved Lily of the Valley stamps. Now I have the physical stamp set as well as the digitals. For those of you that are new to my channel, LOTV Digi Shop is now on Etsy, is now selling both this set of digitals as well as the physical stamps. So if you're interested in getting these, you can go to the LOTV Digi Shop on Etsy and you will be able to purchase them. Okay. So I used some of those, and then I wanted to share some papers that I've been using, and these are ones that I love. This company, Maja, I forget how it's pronounced, but this is the name of it, Maja Designs. It's probably pronounced differently than that. And it's made in Sweden, but they're one of my very favorite paper companies. And I ordered these from Frantic Stamper because I was ordering a die that I wanted from Anna White's die release for Impression Obsession. Her Christmas and fall dies are all out and in the shops now. And there was one that was out of stock at Impression Obsession that I really wanted, and I was able to find it at Frantic Stamper. And while I was there, I checked to see what they had in stock, and I had to order this paper pad. So this one is called, and actually I got two of them, Holiday in the Alps, and the other one that I got is called Christmas Season. And I just love their papers. I'm sorry, I just think they're so beautiful. So I thought, I've already used these, but I thought I would just do a quick flip through of the papers so you could see them. This is an image of a woman, and she's skiing behind a sleigh. The back side is this gorgeous plaid, and I love how they do the edges in white, and there's white distressing throughout this. Then there's this one here, which is a snowflake pattern. And the back side is this rustic blue paisley sort of. Then we have this one that is some skiers, okay? And then the back side of it has the skiers in a very small print. So really fun, because you could literally fussy cut one of these out if you wanted to, or even use a section of this by cutting it with an oval die, and then you could use the smaller print behind it. So I love that. Then there's this one, which is tiny little hearts. It's a little heart print. And these are all 6x6, of course. They do sell larger sizes too, I believe. But again, here's this beautiful burgundy color with that white edge, and I love that. This one is a beautiful toss print of sleighs and snowmen and Santas and girls and fronds, like evergreen fronds and trees and reindeer. Just so pretty. And then I love this ticking stripe on the back, and I love how they have it distressed. Okay, and then we have this ticking stripe, and on the opposite side are these snowmen. Look at how cute those are. Oh my gosh, I love the different arm positions and stuff. And then we have this toss print, and this one has the same toss as the last one I showed in the red, but this one's in blue. Okay, here's a mitten print, and you can see all the cute little mittens on there. And then on the opposite side, it's a beautiful stripe. Then we have this one, which is skis with ski poles. I don't know which way it goes. And then on the opposite side is a nice paisley brown, and there is some little typing words in there. So really pretty. Here's a mixed snowflake, brown and blue, and on the opposite side it's just a blue print, kind of a tile print. Then we have these beautiful reindeer. I love this. Oh my goodness, such a beautiful scene. You can see where there's Santa up in the sky, there's snow, just gorgeous. And then on the back is that plaid again. Here's a toss print of reindeer. And you have a buck as well as a doe, and maybe even the baby there. And then we have a beautiful reindeer head print. Can you see little reindeer heads? So Maja Designs, if that's how you say it, Maja or Maja, they just do such a beautiful job. I love this Santa. So you could just take a small rectangle die cut and cut that out, and it could be a focal point for your card. Here's a beautiful pine cone bow with a beautiful bow. And then the opposite side is this gorgeous tan and kind of burgundy red or cranberry red. And I love these colors for Christmas. I love kind of the tans with the burgundies. Definitely some of my favorites. So this is just a really nice snowflake print. And then these are the pine cone boughs on a smaller print. So it's kind of fun. You have both a bigger size and a smaller size there. Then we have just a very simple print that has writing on the edges in a beige, and then another all over kind of snowflake looking print, or even like a star cross. And then these are I think starting to repeat. Maybe not. This is a brown toss, and then this is little stars, and then a brown back in kind of a paisley color, and then it starts to repeat right here. Okay, so there it is. So you can see I've already started using it. I use this candy cane print, which may or may not be from this pad. I think that candy cane one actually goes in this pad. So here, I'll slip that out of here because this, I think, yeah, this one goes over here. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first one, and then I'll show you really quick this one too. So this one's called Christmas Season, and again, these papers are all the way from Sweden, but they are carried by Frantic Stamper, 6x6, and just so you know, it's 36 sheets, 2 each of 18 double-sided pattern papers. Okay, so really quick, I'll go through this one too. I love this little, these little stockings that are striped, and there's bells and bows in there, and then there's a dot print on the back. Here's a blue print, and then on the back are stars, and this is kind of a brown and blue and white. Then we have this cute girl sitting on these hat boxes, and the roses in the corner, so a really pretty print, and then on the back is gingham or plaid. Then there's these beautiful roses, like Christmas roses with this beautiful stripe pattern, like a ticking stripe sort of. Then we have these little elves playing in the corner, and they're so tiny and cute. And then up here there's just some berries, and on the back you have the berry pattern. And then we have a burgundy all over print, sort of like a paisley, and on the back we have this. And then this is a green berry print, so green holly berries, and on the back it's a beige check with hints of red, or actually I think it's green and red. Yeah, sorry, the light's kind of, it's very dim here in Seattle today, so if the lighting doesn't seem as good, that's why. It's a dark day here. And then here's a green with a horizontal, or not a horizontal, a diagonal stripe. Okay, then we have this woman out shopping. She's all dressed up and it's snowing, and she's reaching into a mailbox, it looks like. There's a tree here as well as a city scene in the background, so it'd be easy to make a card out of this. And then on the back we have more of that beautiful plaid. Here's a light blue, kind of a paisley look, and then the diagonal stripe again. Here is a toss print of different postcards and greeting cards, sort of, and they're just all different ones. And you could cut these out. They're small enough that you could use them on a card, definitely. And then on the back it looks like that. Here we have that star print with the blue. Here's some packages, so little tiny gifts, and on the back it is a houndstooth in a beige color with some writing on it. Here's a blue with blue polka dots, and then we have this sweet cut apart that you can use with these adorable images in it. Look at that Santa. I love the snowflakes on this. And then the cute little stockings, so you could use this with that stocking paper and make a really cute card. Here's the little elves, and then this one says fond greetings for a bright new year, and there's the girl again. So really fun. And then I don't know if I showed the back one of that, is the red houndstooth. And then we kind of start over again, or this may be me mixing up the papers, because here's the candy cane one, and this is what the back looks like, a diagonal stripe. So again, I've already been into these, so I've probably mixed up some of the pages, but you can see the cover sheet is just adorable. And I just love all of these beautiful papers. So those are the papers that I used to create with, and that was a splurge for me, and I was really happy to get those. Normally when I go to look for their papers, they're sold out, so I must have gotten there exactly at the right time. But let me show you what I created. So I created these 2 cards, and I forgot to bring this die set down, but this is a die set that was from Lifestyle Crafts back in the day, and I've had it for probably 15 years, you guys. So anyway, I used that die set. I backed it with some burgundy cardstock, and that is, I forget what the color is, but it's from Paper Tray Ink. Here's that dot pattern paper that has a little bit of the white distressing on the edges. And then I used the little stocking paper to create my stocking. And I stamped it out on this paper, as well as stamping the top part of it on this paper. So the edge that I didn't use on the card, I used to make the hearts for this. And then I cut it out and paper piece these on, and then there is the little ginger. So this is that little Stampin' Up! Ginger. I stamped it 3 times and then cut it out, and I stamped it on just craft paper, and I used a burgundy Copic marker to color it, and then I tucked them in at different heights. And then here's my little LOTV Merry Christmas digitag. Okay. And I just think this turned out so cute, and I had so much fun doing this that I made another one, and I used the red polka paper again, and then I used a leftover scrap to do the hearts out of the stocking paper, and then the same ginger again, and I just think these turned out so cute, and I just adore this Stamps by Judith stocking. It's just one of my favorite stamps. So fun to use that each year. So those are the 2 little stocking cards, and this, just to kind of give you a tip, what's neat about having a really fun stocking like this is I have a small Impression Obsession snowman stamp, which I was hoping to make a card with it too, but you can also tuck little snowmen in here, candy canes, whatever you have that you can think of to fill the stocking with. So I started with gingers because you know me and my gingers. I just love gingers. But you could fill the stocking with so many different things and do a whole series of cards, or do 4 different cards, which would be a beautiful gift to give somebody. Give them a little card set for Christmas. So the last thing I'm going to show you is the card I made with this stamp set, or this stamp rather, this woodblock stamp. And again, this is an Annette Watkins from 1993. Okay, and I have, just so you know, I have seen this one on the internet before, on Mecari and eBay. I think there's even one on eBay right now because I was out there looking at something earlier this morning. And then this Stampin' Up! One I've also seen. So you can still find them, but I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware that those 2 are not in the stores. And I am not sure if this one is in the Stamps by Judith website, but if it is, I'll be linking it below. Okay, and then this is the card that I made using this sweet ginger stamp. And what's really fun about this, I don't know if you can tell, but I stamped it out on some of the paisley paper in brown from from the papers I just showed you. So, and then I just inked the edges with some tea dye, Tim Holtz Distress ink. I used my white gel pen to color in the frosting, and then a red Copic marker to do the bow and the little buttons. And I used a pink Copic on the cheeks. So I just created 2 of them. This beautiful heart die, which I forgot to bring down. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is an Impression Obsession die by Anna White. It's her Prim Heart die set. You can find it at the IO Stamps website. I will link it down below. And then this Holiday Hug Sentiment is actually a Paper Sweeties stamp set that is retired, and you can no longer get it. But you could use any sentiment on the heart. You could have it say Merry Christmas. You could even use one of the LOTV DigiShop sentiments on here. So I just think this turned out so cute. And on the inside, I did use a heart die that is in the background here, and it's from Simon Says Stamps. So any background die that cuts out a pattern, you can tuck hearts in behind it. And I just thought that was a neat use. And then this is just a scalloped circle die. So I'm sorry I didn't pull all the dies. I don't know what I was thinking when I came down to do this video. But let me show you the insides of these ones too. I just added a ginger to the inside, and then I just cut a little banner. So that is how the inside of that one looks. And here is the inside of this one. So such a fun way to use pattern paper to make some very sweet kind of homespun or old style Christmas cards. So that is everything I have to share with you guys today. I hope you had fun with this episode of Woodblock Wonders. I am so enjoying seeing all of the old time stamps that everybody is pulling out and using, as well as picking up at thrift stores. Tammy, who's SS Crafter 1, you should follow her. You can follow Crafty Bean, who is Tina. You can follow Marilyn G. Anna White's channel. There's a lot of people sharing woodblock stamps that they get. There's someone else who I'm forgetting who's a newer channel to me. And I can't think of her name right now. But so many people are sharing woodblock stamps that they're finding at thrift stores and reuse it stores and stuff. And that's still my very favorite way to buy stamps, is just at thrift stores. And with COVID, I kind of got out of the habit, but I just started going to the thrift stores again recently. And usually I just go once a week or once every other week when I have some free time, when I can squeeze it in. But it is a great way to find products less expensively. It's also how I've gotten most of my fabric collection. I rarely buy things new. I'm not a huge consumer of newer goods. I prefer used things for some reason. I think I'm just old-fashioned. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these cards and that you all have a lovely week, okay? Take good care, and don't forget to try to choose joy, especially amidst all of the hard things going on. And I would love to give a shout out to my friend Susan, who I know is not feeling well, and Annette and her husband Kevin, my friend Annette, to Anna, who just had her birthday, and anyone else that's celebrated a birthday. Paula of My Flavorful Home. Paula made manicotti from scratch on a recent video. You guys should totally check that out. I think I might have shared it. But anyway, I just enjoyed the heck out of all of your projects this weekend for Saturday Morning Makes, and I so enjoy everything that everybody is sharing. Lilo Crafts, I know, made some really cute peppermint lollipop ornaments, and I think Nancy is going to try it. So there's lots of wonderful projects being made and shared, and so many sweet peachy keen faces being used for different projects. And I'm just so inspired by everybody's makes. Patty and Sue and everybody over on Instagram. I can't even name everybody anymore. There's so many people doing it, which just makes my heart happy and overjoyed, because it gives me so much so many beautiful things to look at each weekend. So to everybody that's made a video, Rhonda and Raina and Annette, and there's like 3 different Annettes. And there's so many people, you guys, that I can't even name. But I just want to say how much it means to me that you're all creating. Creating puts joy in my heart, and seeing what others create brings even more joy to me. And it also inspires all of us to get out there, to use what we purchase so that we can make pretty things and then share them with all of our friends and family. So blessings and hugs. I'll be back with you again soon. Take good care. Bye now.